Today we're going to attempt to repair a Char-Broil model 463-2235. And the problem is when the knobs, without actually even turning the knobs on, there was a flame of fire that came out through the front. So let's go ahead and start first taking out the knobs. And also you want to remove these screws right here, this one here, and this one here, all the way up there. So the knobs will come out just by pushing them front. You might have to wiggle a little bit. You might even have to spray some PB blast through here, just a little bit, and let it sit there for a while. And also go ahead and take out the burners. Just push them back out of the way. Disconnect them from the back if they're connected. You might have to use 2 screwdrivers on the side to pull them front. Now take out the igniter screw. So let's continue taking out the igniter nut, and then go ahead and take this out also. So now if you took out the side screws, you should be able to pull right out. So now you can see where the explosion occurred. Right there, you see it's all white. So now the next step, you see the wire there? So basically now the next step is to figure out why this happened. It's probably going to be a leak somewhere by the valves. So we're just going to first, very important, make sure you take out the battery. You want to take out the battery first, and then second, you're going to get some detergent soap to try to find where the leak is at. And the reason you want to take out the battery is you want to make sure that the gas does not ignite. Even then, if you do not feel confident performing this, ask for help or discontinue the project. Let's go ahead and turn on the gas. You got the battery removed. In any case, do not put your face next to this when you turn on the gas now. There's our leak right there. The first one. You can hear it. This one too. So this one. Right there and right here. Turn off the gas once you've found this. So now what we did was we took out the valves from the front of the panel here. You have to basically take out all the igniters and also the broiler. You have to unscrew that and take out the 4 screws holding the panel. Then once you have it out, so what we're gonna do is basically change out the seals, but we're also gonna put some brake caliper grease on the actual valves. So to do that, I already took out this screw here, and what you want to do is take out both of these screws. Once you start loosening the second screw, you're going to feel there's like a spring. So you want to make sure that you hold it so the spring doesn't fall out. And you also want to note the direction that this is going in. So then you're gonna pull this out and just kind of hold the spring, and then you can just put this to the side right now. Make sure you mark the position that you took it out, maybe with a little paint. And this also, you want to mark the position that you're going to take that out with a needle nose pliers. You're just going to grab the bottom and you're going to pull it right out, and also mark the position. In this case, you can see that the hole is on the top there. Then with a cotton swab and some alcohol, you want to clean the inside. Take all the old grease out. So you want to carefully put the brake caliper grease around this part. And then you're going to put it same way it came out, with a little hole on the top there, to the top. And then you want to also put this in the same direction you took it out. So now to change the seals that we need to change, we're actually going to need to take out the whole manifold and valve assembly out. We got to take out all these so that we're able to loosen the back screw right there. And also want to mention, before you even try to loosen these screws, make sure you put some PB blaster on them and leave them there overnight. So first, to loosen the valves, you're gonna first loosen this, and then you're gonna put that, and then you're gonna also remove the other nut there. You're going to do that for all four. So then once you loosen all the nuts, then you can go ahead and pull this out. And then make sure you wait it 24 hours to start removing the actual valve seat screws. So I had to use a vice grip to remove some of these screws. So you can see here the valve removed, and you can see the gasket. It's really worn out. So we're going to replace that gasket, which is where the gas was leaking that caused the fire. So now, after 24 hours with PB Blaster, we got to use the vice grip on some of these screws to take them out. Once you loosen it with the vice grip, you can take them out. So the O-rings I'm gonna be using are 1/2 inch by 1/4, and they are made by Jet Gasket and Seal. You can get these on eBay. So let's go ahead and put the O-rings on. We put a little bit of Magna lube on the O-rings, and then we're going to put them in the valve. Go ahead and clean out any of the grease you get inside of here. And then you want to go ahead and push the O-ring in. To right about there. So then go ahead and, once you got the O-ring on, put it back on and tighten these 2 screws. Make sure you're aligning all the knobs. So what I do is actually use this to make sure that they're aligned. So you're probably better aligning it through the actual screws down here, which is more precise. So you align them down here. So the second one is on. Make sure you tighten these as hard as you can. Now this one here had a gas leak even when it was closed. So even though I already cleaned out the valve and put the new brake caliper grease inside of there, but what you do in those cases, if it's still leaking, then you want to stretch the spring a little bit so the closing mechanism will work correctly. So now we got the valves with all the new seals, and we got this piece back on with the 4 screws. So now we're gonna connect the igniter and then put the final cover on it. So a quick update, I went ahead and turned on the gas before I put the panel back on, and then there was just way too much pressure coming out of the gas regulator. Even if I adjusted this to almost 0, there was still too much pressure. So I decided to test it with a regulator I had there, a different regulator, and problem solved. The gas is now coming out beautiful with the new regulator. So I'm going to put the panel back on it now. Just put the knob for testing. So we got the burner going, we got the panel on. Everything's working nice now. Thank you for watching. Enjoy grilling. So a quick little update. I also changed the casters, and it's been a couple of months now that I've been using it. Everything's been working good. In case you're interested, these are the casters that I purchased. Also, the original burners igniters did not work right, so I ended up putting them through the bottom. You can see there a hole in this panel, and that's JB Weld there, and that's been working good too. And the igniter was bad too, so I had to purchase one of these too. So you can see inside here the original igniter is no longer being used right here, but this is a new one I placed through the bottom, and you can see they work very good. Thank you for watching.